What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the FanWire Podcast. I hope y'all ready to jump in because we're getting ready to break down the game, the prospect, the projections, and what it all means to be a Washington Mystic and how it plays into this prospect that's getting ready to enter the WNBA 2026 draft. So again, today we're talking about a name that keeps showing up when conversations are had regarding the Washington Mystics draft. We're talking about Gabriela Jaquez out of UCLA. She's tough. She's efficient. She rebounds. She defends. She spaces the floor. And depending on which mock draft you're looking at, she could be in the range where Washington may have to make some real decisions. So now let's get to the big question. Is Gabriela Jaquez a safe winning pick for the Mystics? Or will Washington be better off swinging for more upside? Y'all ready? We're going to break it all the way down. Let's get to it. Now, first, let's start with the basics. Gabriela Jaquez is listed at 6 foot tall or 6 feet tall. And she's generally viewed as a guard or wing. But her game often looks bigger than a wing forward hybrid because of how physical Gabriela plays and how well she rebounds and how comfortable she is with doing the dirty work. Now, depending on who you're talking to or where you're looking on the internet, Gabriela is projected as a guard, shooting guard, or small forward. So there's some positional flexibility there. And I'm sure that she can fit in multiple types of lineups. Now, again, this is not just a player whose value is built around flashy isolation scoring or crazy highlight plays that happens almost every possession. Her value comes from playing winning basketball. She cuts hard, she finishes efficiently, she rebounds for a wing, she defends with size, she moves within the offense, and she looks like one of those players a coach can trust when the chips is on the line. Because again, she doesn't need everything built around her to impact the game. That matters. And in the WNBA, she can fit well as a rotational depth player, especially on a team that's trying to rebuild. So the Mystics could be a definite good option. She's a player that can fit and be plugged in. She can defend, she can rebound, and by being able to score efficiently, that can keep her around for a long time. Now, she definitely is a piece that can be a little bit more than just a connector type of player because she definitely has ability. Now, let's talk about Gabriela's college career. Let's talk about the progression. And we're going to talk about some of the biggest reasons why her stock has increased, and it makes sense. Okay, so the freshman year, Gabriela played 37 games and had 2 starts, averaging about 6 points a game, 3 rebounds within 17 minutes of playing time. She shot 45% from the field, and according to UCLA, she led the team in scoring twice and posted 32 steals. So that shows she's active and she can defend. She's energy on both ends. Okay. As well, in that year as a freshman, you can see that she can already help a good team without dominating the ball. So those are good foundational pieces as a freshman. So let's talk about the sophomore year. This is when she had her breakout. She appeared in 34 games and made 6 starts. So there's an improvement there. She averaged 10 points while averaging about 5 rebounds a game and almost 1.5 assists while playing 25 more minutes. So the coach started trusting Gabriela even more. And she shot 47, almost 48% from the field and had 3 double-doubles and had some breakout games. She scored 30 points against some college, some foes there. Now, during that sophomore season, Gabriela didn't just look like an energy piece. She started to look like a real rotational weapon. So now we're going to jump to the junior season. As a junior, Gabriela became more of a true starter level player. UCLA says that she appeared in 36 games with 33 starts while averaging 9.6 points a game, 5.3 rebounds, and that's in 26 minutes a game. And most importantly, her efficiency jumped. We're talking about 52% from the field, 34% from 3, while shooting 82% from the line. She also earned Big Ten or all Big Ten honorable mentions from the media. She started getting them accolades. You know how we like the accolades. All right. Even though she had a little bit of a dip in scoring from the sophomore year, her overall game was cleaner, it was scalable, and more pro-friendly. So more eyes were on Gabriela. So now let's talk about her senior season and what's going on right now. This is where the draft buzz really began to take off. Her trajectory was changing. All right. So Gabriela is averaging 13.6 points a game, 5.4 rebounds, 2 assists, and this is in 30 minutes a game. So her role has steadily increased her whole college career. But let's talk about something real important. Let's talk about her shooting. From the field, Gabriela was shooting 54% from the field, while shooting 41% from 3 and 86% from the free throw line. And this is in 32 games. So that's a good improvement, a really good improvement. Now, when we talk about Gabriela, we're talking about a complete player that's efficient and has definitely shown she's shown steady improvement. So that's a real development curve for you. So she went from being a freshman as an energy player to having a sophomore breakout season to adding on top of that in her junior season to become an efficient starter which leads to her senior season, where she's a high efficiency player that has also demonstrated that she's a two-way wing. That's the kind of growth that gets your play, your tape, your resume. It gets to the attention of front offices around the WNBA. Remember that. Now, let's talk about where Gabriela is projected to land. So right now, Gabriela Jaquez looks like a first-round prospect, generally late lottery to mid first round. That's a good decent range. Remember, the Washington Mystics have 3 first-round draft picks. We got the number 4, we got the number 9, and the number 11 pick. So, Gabriela, according to the mock drafts, fall into that range. Now, we know we're not going to use number 4 to get Gabriela. Let's just be real. Let's be honest here. But with 9 and 11, it's something to consider. Now, according to CBS Sports, they got her listed at number 9, but others say 11. So we'll see how this goes. All right. So again, she's projected to be a pick between 9 and 15, but if you break it down, it could be between 9 and 12. We'll see. And that tells you something about her game, because she's not looked at as a top 4 pick. She's not a lock for that. No way. But she's absolutely being viewed as a real first-round player. For real. And that makes a lot of sense, because she checks a lot of boxes when you're talking about a WNBA role player. She has the size. She can shoot. She's tough. She rebounds. She has defensive versatility and a game that should translate without needing a ton of touches. She can be a great rotational player. So, we'll see if Jamila Wideman, the general manager of the Washington Mystics, sees that same fit and value in Gabriela Jaquez. Now, let's talk about her WNBA comps. We're talking about possibly, we can say maybe Bridget Carlton. And the reason why is Carlton as being a smart value type of player, a physical wing who could defend multiple spots, space the floor, rebound well for her position, make connective plays without needing the offense to be built around her. Jaquez, again, is a 6-foot wing with efficient scoring ability, is a strong rebounder, and has definitely showed improvement with 3-point shooting. And that fits well with a lot of teams, including the Washington Mystics. Now, we can also have a secondary comp here. She can compare to the earlier version of Alicia Clark. And it's not because Jaquez is guaranteed to become that caliber of a pro defender, but because the role template makes sense. We're talking about a physical wing, a smart team defender, a low maintenance player on offense, efficient complementary scoring, tough rebounding, and winning habits. Yeah. Her college progression, shooting efficiency makes that comparison reasonable as a style type of comp. Now, let's do this. When we talk about Gabriela, she's not going to be the primary shooter. She's not going to be a primary shot creator. She's not the kind of prospect that compares to high volume scores like a Jewel Lord or Kalia Copper. Her path is more about being a connective, dependable two-way piece than being a ball-dominant engine. She connects the dots, that type of player. And again, those type of players tend to land in a late first round area of the draft. You know, of course, I know she wants to go higher, but hey, that's just what it is. All right. Now, let's talk about how Gabriela fits. Well, actually, let's talk about the pros of her game. Right? Let's talk about how or different areas of her game that the Mystics might be interested in. Okay, so again, she gives our Mystics more size on the perimeter. You know, and that gives the Mystics a bigger wing option, which we definitely need. And that definitely matters in today's WNBA. Washington has a few guards. We got a few combo players. But the thing is, none of them are under contract except for Sonia Citron. And bringing in Gabriela Jaquez could be an answer for our roster. But yeah, we'll see. By adding a physical wing who rebounds and can hold up across multiple matchups, that gives us lineup flexibility. So another pro is she doesn't need the ball to help the team. And of course, that is a major selling point because she's already used to playing off of the ball where she can cut, she can spot up, she closes out, rebounds, hustles, plays team defense. Those are all attributes of a player that can be plug and play, instantly inserted into a lineup without hijacking possessions. Now, number 3 on the pro list, she looks pro ready. Some prospects are tools at best. Some are years away from being productive. But Jaquez looks more like a player who can set up and have a role faster than other rookies coming into the WNBA, especially in that range of being drafted. So her year-to-year growth, efficiency, her polished game, it fits, or it can fit, because it suggests a relatively high floor compared to, again, other prospects. All right. She is a fit for winning because she has a connective style. And if the Mystics want players who can defend, move the ball, rebound, make smart plays and decisions, Jaquez checks those boxes. Jaquez feels like a player who could help stabilize the second unit and complement more usage-heavy players. And that's can definitely get her on the orbit of our Washington Mystics executives. Yeah. But now, let's talk about some of the cons. She's not a perfect prospect. None of them are. But we're gonna keep it fair because there are some real questions here. What's her ceiling? One of the biggest concerns is her maximum upside. Gabriela projects more of a high floor winning wing than a franchise changing offensive creator. Let's be real. And if Washington is using premium first round picks, the front office, they might want to take a bigger swing when it comes to being able to create offensively or provide the burst that the team might need. So, a higher end on ball ceiling might be what we're looking for ultimately, but that's still up for debate. Now, one additional con is if the Mystics already feel they have the right connectors, or they can get some connectors in free agency from the wing and forward positions who can defend, rebound, and play within a structure, then Jaquez might be a little redundant. So there might be too much overlap with that pick. But we got to see how this roster shakes out to make that determination. Because we don't want to make any bad picks or picks that won't be able to produce. Now, my question is this. Also, with her being a wing, even though she can defend, will she be able to defend against the elite players that are at that position? Will she be able to keep up? So that could be another concern. But, we'll see. Gabriela actually comes from basketball stock in her family. Her brother actually plays for the Miami Heat. We're talking about Jaime Jaquez. And the apple sure doesn't fall too far from the tree. But we'll see how this plays out. So again, Gabriela Jaquez is a 6-foot guard / wing that can shoot, that can play defense to a degree, but she's not the fastest player. And depending on what Jamila Wideman does, our general manager, that might throw some things off with bringing Gabriela. But we'll see, because she still does check a lot of boxes. Well, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Do me a favor, check the box, or actually, check the box. Like the video. Do me a favor, like the video. Subscribe to the channel. And make sure you turn on your notifications, because we are dropping Mystic content daily. And guess what? We might even be dropping another one tonight. So y'all stay tuned. This is your host, Delano, your trusted voice for Washington Mystic content. And we'll be right back at y'all real soon, because we got some more Washington Mystic prospects, potential prospects, that could be joining our team that we need to talk about. Let me know in the comments what you think about Gabriela Jaquez. Let me know if you think she'll be a good fit. Also, let me know if there are any players that you need me to break down. Let me know. I appreciate all y'all for tapping in and tuning in. Don't forget, like the video. Drop some comments. Let me know what y'all think. I'm out of here. Gone.